This video of a man allegedly molesting a woman while Mumbai was facing a big tragedy is a good example of the kind of fake news that we are dealing with. In this quest to get a story out first, sensationalize it, breaking news, or just in order to get those clicks on your website for monetary gains, it is now a widespread epidemic of fake news that we are dealing with not only in India but all over the world. My name is Freesia, this is WACK, welcome to the tribe, and today I'm going to be talking about fake news. Close to 80% of Indians from these big metros are turning to social media to get their daily news. Social media is becoming that kind of platform which allows easy shareability. You can even put your opinion before you share an article. But recent times have shown us that a number of people are falling prey to some pretty believable articles like this, or even ridiculous ones like these. If I have to show you this headline, Pope Francis shocks the world and endorses Donald Trump for president. I know a lot of you smart cookies in the tribe are going to turn around and tell me, yes, that is obviously not true and it is fake news. But guess what? This article, it got close to 960,000 engagements on Facebook and ultimately it had to be taken down. During the US elections, they found that fake news did better than real news on Facebook. But misinformation, that doesn't always involve crazy conspiracy theories. There are a lot of people out there who want to make money out of the differences between groups and thought processes. A lot of websites will fabricate fake news stories just so that they can get one group riled up against the other. So for example, if you are a Congress supporter and you're not so inclined towards the BJP, it's very easy for you to believe a fake news story about our Prime Minister. And many social media algorithms, Facebook in particular, it's designed in such a way that the more you go and click like and share on an article that resonates with your worldviews, the algorithm picks up on that and it is then designed to show you only similar posts. According to this report, there is a 13-hour lag between a false story coming out and it later being debunked. 13 hours. That is a lot of time for a story not only to be read, but to be shared by thousands or millions of people. So how can you be that smart person who spots a fake news story? Pay attention to the domain name and the URL. If the article is coming from a website that ends like this, it's probably a more reliable source compared to endings like these. This was tweeted by BJP members until it was found out that it was not the BBC that carried out this survey, but a website that was called as BBC News Point. When you're reading an article, try and go to the end and see who the author is. Then follow them on social media to see whether they are a reliable source or not. Old news is something that a lot of us fall prey to. Not checking the date of an article and then sharing it in reference to current times can sometimes make it seem like a political party has gone back on its word, or that they themselves are trying to take credit for something that they never did. There have been moments where silly WhatsApp forwards have actually made it to the mainstream news. Remember when the new 2000 rupee notes had come out, there were rumors of GPS chips in them. Zee News actually went out and did a full-fledged report on it. In India, it's very easy to play on our emotions, especially on how Indian you are, just to get a fake story out there. Remember the whole Snapchat fiasco where people actually went to the extent of going to the owner's wife's pages on social media and blasting her. Sometimes when major disasters like flood, earthquakes, terrorist attacks happen, there is a tendency for us to follow that story through the day. Sometimes media houses, in order to just not repeat the same information again and again, may want to sensationalize certain parts. In that case, it is recommended that you follow the story only at regular intervals. That way you've given enough time for all the false stories to be pulled out and just for the relevant parts to stay. Try tracing the same story over different sources. Watch it on a couple of news channels. Then try and Google it over the board. And then maybe pull out all the common factors, because everything you do here has some kind of bias mixed in it as well. If you hear or read a story that has quotes by an anonymous source, then you should be wary of it. And lastly, be a responsible citizen. You don't be that person that recklessly sends out a WhatsApp forward or shares an article without double checking it. When I was researching this topic, I found an extension that you can put that filters out fake news from your Facebook. Honestly, I did not try it out. I've put the link in the description. If you do try it out, let everyone know in the tribe whether it worked for you. It's very important for us in today's day and age to understand that fake news is becoming an industry, a booming industry. There's actually this man who has started classes where he is training people all over America on how to effectively set up fake news websites. At the peak of his career, before his fake websites were pulled down by Google and Facebook, he claims to have earned close to $2,500 a day. That is a lot of money. So in conclusion, a lie can travel halfway across the world while the truth is still putting its shoes on. Mark Twain. But guess what? Even Mark Twain never said that. That's it from me on Whack today. I hope that you have enjoyed this week's episode. Please don't forget to like this and share this with all your friends. And of course, subscribe and help increase the tribe. I'll catch you guys again very, very soon. Ciao.